I got 5 more hours to finish my rounds. I'm trying to get a couple in there. Go ahead. Hey,
Get serious, man. It's time for us to start the show. This dude down here playing with the dingly, jangly dangs.
What the hell is that?
Hey, come on, don't do that. That can be taken too many ways, man.
Hey.
Pause, as the young folks said. But don't you pause. Y'all hit the like and subscribe button. The OGs is back. We're back. Everything all DMV. Commanders is what we talking about one more time. Fellas, let's hurry up and jump in it. But before we do, let's get it.
You don't know. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know. You don't.
I run you up and down the Serengeti. Heads ain't ready. I chew you up and spit you out like chicken confetti. My rhymes are heavy like elephants, stomping your regiments, dismembering all your limbs, ripping your ligaments. I break you down to an atom, change your chemical structure, roots and culture. You don't wanna fuck with this brother. I'm like a time bomb, over a fresh can of Wilshire. Stylus plexiglass, got you face down in the grass, ready to blast. Sticky for your jewels and your cash. Call me Robin Hood. Take the loot back to the hood. I wish you would try to retaliate. I wait like a sniper, beat you like Street Fighter, heat you up like a lighter. Don't need no Ghost Rider. Original skill, killing at will. Terminates career like the pill. This is real, not no fiction. Came up for my jurisdiction. I'm liver than you, whether freestyle or written. Hitting hard like a hammer, like a natural disaster, like a hurricane. Plain and simple, bringing the pain. Won the battle. What? I'm ready to do this. Beat your ass like Lennox Lewis. Play you out like Parker Lewis. You must.
All right, we're back. And guess what? We're in the black. That's right. The Commanders are 100% preseasons 2-0. And if you add the practice, 2.5. We beat and won and broke the record of those Baltimore Birds this past Monday. How do y'all feel about that, gentlemen?
You start, big guy.
Well, I mean, it definitely, for us, is a confidence builder. We're trying to build our confidence up. We're trying to start fast this year. So, and, the Baltimore Birds, for the last, 6 or 7 times we played them in preseason, they gave us the L.
That worked.
So we're part of that 25, I think it was 25 games.
24, man. Don't give them no extra one.
24 game streak, so we were part of it. So, and Baltimore is our rival for TV rights and fans and stuff like that. So it was, DC and Baltimore, is a little rival. You know what I'm saying? It's a little rival anyway. Natural rival.
Battle of the Beltway, absolutely.
Battle of the Beltway, baby. So it's a natural rival. I think they wanted to win just as much as we wanted to win.
They did.
Even though they played a lot of their second team and third team, they were scheming a little bit more. They was coming up with exotic blitzes and all kinds of stuff like that. So my thing is they wanted to win. They wanted to win too. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's good. It's good to compete. It's good to see the quarterback get some throws in and compete. It's good to see the backups play good. I thought the second team offensive line played decent, man. The 2 second team tackles played really good. Even Siddiqui played good in the first half, and the second half Paul played good. We saw some depth in our team because we played mostly second. Even when our starting quarterback was out there, we had a second team line out there. So that showed confidence in our second team. Unfortunately, when Scary Terry got a little toto.
Oh my God! Man, I can't go on. Well, what am I gonna do? Get him for me, Jack.
He can't even wiggle his toes. Take a shot.
And but he seems to be all right. He seems to be okay. So that turns out good for us.
Well, I'll say this, and maybe as everybody does, man. We watch the game and then we start watching the coverage of the game. We start watching the podcast of the coverage of the game. It's not, this is just what we do. And I started watching. I think it was Stephen A. Smith. He always killing us, but
he's a Giants fan.
Yeah, there were several people out there who were complaining about how we were celebrating the win because it's preseason. It doesn't really matter. I mean, Cosme was on the record saying it was BS. It doesn't really, the record doesn't matter. I think this will go down if we have a good season as one of the most important games of this year. The preseason game.
We talking about practice.
And here's why. And we all play football. And you know that to build a team, you have to get everybody engaged, right? I think it came down to that last drive. You had your third, fourth, fifth string players in there, people fighting for jobs. Jake Fromm as the quarterback, 2-minute drive to win the game. You had everybody on the sideline cheering, wishing, hoping, good vibes going out to the team. Everybody was engaged. And the reason why is you know that you have camp players, camp bodies, people who might not make the team that you like, and you know they're basically blocking dummies during the year. But this is their chance to shine. And you want to help them shine. You want them to shine because you like them and you know they don't get no shine during the year. This is their chance. Everybody was, I think that brings the team together, man. I think that drive, that even Joey Sly making that kick. He was happy because last year it was 50-50. We didn't know he was gonna make. He had just won the job.
That stretched his little career here a little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
He had just won the job that week. So I believe that this is an incredible. And then we didn't win the fight in Baltimore, so we had to win something. They came down the outfield wanting to get to a 25, and you show some pride. And even though it's preseason, you want to show that pride, man. You want to show that you're going into the season like, hey, you ain't gonna be just stepping on our field and acting as if. You better come ready to fight.
That's right.
And I think that this shows that we have a different direction that we're going in. I don't care if it's preseason or not. I'd rather win. And we tried to win. It's better if you try to win and win than try to win and lose, So, hey, I like it, man. I like it. We shut their record down. We shut their little streak down. We won the game. We got out of there without, too many injuries. I mean, Terry got a little ankle twist, but hopefully, actually it's a toe. He got a little turf toe. So, hopefully that, they can wrap it up, numb it up, do something. Because, turf toes last all year long until you find out that a ligament is torn in the big toe. But that's all I'm saying. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. We are ready to play. I like our weapons. Hopefully our defense will start fast. I know they aren't all playing on the line, so we can't really judge, the back end if you don't have the front end working together, But, hey, that's preseason. Win's a win. Team building.
Connectivity is important. Synergy is great. Locker room love is better than controversy. And I think Deacon said it all. It's funny how it all starts at the top. Because that's really what happened. You got a new owner, new OC, and all of a sudden you're starting to see something different. Things that we hadn't seen before. You got the organization making fans smile. You got fans smiling, they cheering louder. You got fans showing up, sold out. You got all kinds of stuff happening, folks, that this is just something that really feels like old Washington. And I agree with Deacon and Al. I think that we come a long way, and we got a long way to go. But, hey, this is a good start. I mean, it could have been some of the same old lethargic ridiculousness that we would see, and we hold our heads and we talk about who, what, why, and how. But this time we're like, hey, great. So I say the same thing, and I co-sign to both my brothers. We're in a different ball game, folks. And so let's just make what we can make from it. And what I can see is that we got a quarterback, boys. we got a quarterback. We got somebody who seems serious. He's come to play. He ain't joking around. You know, remember when Fitz came, he was like, he was running, he was having a good time. I'm Fitzgerald, I'm here, and sat down on us. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Remember when your boy came out there, Wentz was like, yeah, I'm concentrating, whatever like that. But he just didn't look like he knew what football was. He was just like, man, it was like, what? Who? Dang, it's that Wentz. Because there's two Wentzes. It was the Wentz that beat the brakes off of us, and it was that Wentz that we got. And now, folks, hey, guess what? Heineke, now I'm going to leave Heineke out. Now, Heineke did what he could do. You know what I'm saying? He just had to look over the line all the time.
Yes, we're going back and it's been psycho.
You know what I'm saying? And do his thing. So I'll give him an asterisk for his thing. But now I think we got somebody, man, who came in with the pedigree. He's just a focused cat, man. Al! Am I boring you, man?
No, my fault, man. I'm sorry.
He got me too. Hey, are we gonna skip over the four drinks?
Ready to go now.
Four drinks and 2 shots. Josh Harris.
With the handshake. The handshake.
Josh, call your boy. We can hang out, man. Josh was in that joint like.
Sure,
he was talking, TV interview. He was talking. It was like, yeah. Dude was just put his head. He was like, oh.
Hey, listen, you don't put your hand out next to a billionaire. You don't do that, dog. You gonna get a shake. You gonna
man, I'm happy for him, man. You know,
if
you were on the team, imagine us owning the team.
He was happy.
I'll be in there sleep in the booth. You'd be, I don't know. I know I'll be Josh. Just happy to be there. You got something to say? Commanders, woo!
He was
the only one in there.
He was in the middle of his grind too. He probably just took a shot. They was like, "Hey, come on, do it." He was like, yeah, I got it. Sure. We do an interview.
Josh, man, you never know. Josh might get us cut again. Come on.
He stayed till we got a touchdown though, so I give him that. He stayed up there.
He got
much love go out to Josh, man.
Absolutely, man. We just
much love go out to Josh, baby.
Hey, we all got those moments.
Yeah, man. Hey, we all been there. The mirage.
Emotional damage.
Right.
I felt bad when I saw it.
Fireplace. That's a story y'all have to hear. All I gotta say is that the fireplace, baby. And nobody want to talk about it.
I ain't thought about that in a minute.
Hey, man. OGs had a good time in the youth, guys. OGs had a good time in the youth.
We weren't always OGs, we weren't always OGs.
Oh, man. So we're going to have to tell that story one day.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
I do want to talk about the offensive line looking a lot better against the Ravens. They looked a lot better, man. The starting offensive line looked better. The second team offensive line looked better, and they was competitive. They battled them. Yeah, it took 2 sacks against the starting quarterback, but that was much better than Cleveland game. It was a much better performance in the Cleveland game. So they did do some improvement in a week's time. What do you think, Trey? You think the offensive line did a little bit better in this Ravens game?
I think you can see that the offensive line has some work. Who's the guy? I can't think of his name right now. Forgive the old man. But I was so happy to see. Who's the guy that when your boy was going into the end zone, he was trying to work his way into the end zone, and all of a sudden you see one of our offensive linemen barreling down.
That was
the
Gates,
center,
right?
yeah.
Matt Gates.
Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown.
And got the penalty. But I was
penalty.
like,
take the penalty. Hey, that's how Ridgeway got his start.
I was so excited, man. I said, finally some gunpowder. We got one. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's in that thing who's like, nah, man, Now hold up. Oh, the play's still live?
Yeah.
Oh, you remember them days when you first learned that you playing to the whistle?
Yeah. That's the second time, Trey.
I get excited. I'm passionate.
Hey, man.
I did just drink. But when you learn to play to the whistle, because you was standing around, you was watching the play, you was like, go Al, pow! I'm down on the ground talking about, wait a minute. Al had the ball. Put Al had the ball. Now, why you? What? And you hear that ringing, you go back to the huddle.
Yeah.
Right. You like?
Can you imagine how many concussions we had with that ringing sound? we didn't know it was a concussion.
Now. That's the reason why we crazy now.
Hey man, but you got to give it to him. He blasted that joker. The whistle hadn't blown.
Yeah. He
blasted
that was good to see. I mean, preseason. I hope he probably won't do that in the regular game, but he probably had some bent up aggression left over from the 2-day practices they had. He was waiting for him to be free. Waiting for him to free up.
I mean, he off his linebacker, that dude. Bro. His linebacker.
He took one out. He took
one. He got one.
Yeah, I didn't really like. I was complaining about the offensive line, but you know what? They gave him some pockets, some lanes to throw.
They played better. Yeah, they just played better.
I would like. They need to work on that. Well, I don't know. We would like. It's hard to tell because we're so vanilla right now. You know, we're not game planning anything. I did see a couple of plays. I was watching the Washington Commander podcast with Logan Paulson, and where he goes over some of the stuff, and they were showing just the design of getting players open, what things mean when you have a back out and a tight end go out that opens up the middle because he got us widen out and he having somebody come in the middle, like the Terry throw where he just threw it. And let's give it to Hal, man. He is throwing darts out there. The dude has an arm. You know what I'm saying? He has an arm and he can throw on the run. Which is a big plus, man. He is accurate on the run.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about this season. If we had the if we had the lineup we had last year, I mean this year we have a harder season to go through. But if we had the lineup last year that we might run through them. I'm being hyperbolic because I like the team, but I don't know what the defense is going to do because they haven't showed us anything yet. But our defensive line hasn't played. They won't play this week, so don't look forward this week. But man, if they come out, we should drop 40 on Arizona. What do you think?
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready! Yeah, I think
30 at least. Give me 3 bags.
I think Arizona's going to try to blitz us because we got a weak line, and we should be prepared for it. We should be prepared for the different blitzes.
West Coast, though. We West Coast, so we move.
And we West Coast, we're going to short pass them slants and dump off us and screens, and we should put 40 on Arizona. That's their team that's trying to tank to get the number 1 quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm looking for us to put a 3 in their win, in their points. I don't want them to score no more than 3 points. I want to see our defense just eradicate the Bama's, just embarrass them. I don't. That's what I'm looking more for.
We do have the secret agent man over there, Colt McCoy.
He's starting.
He's out. Please listen. He got a check from us. He's in the mail. We'll get it to him.
I guess the next big question before we wrap this up is, who is the surprise cut? The surprise cut.
Y'all trying to get out of here.
The surprise cut.
I think Dax Mills gonna get cut.
That's a surprise? That's not really a surprise.
No, it is a surprise. Dax Mills been on the squad, 5 years? Something like that.
3, I think.
3.
It feels like 12, but we
Dax Mills got a back problem. He got back issues right now.
Who?
Back string, Dax Mills.
Right. Okay, so that's not a surprise.
Well, I think they're gonna put him on with a pup list probably.
Chase Young is starting the year on the pup list.
Really? Wow.
They gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
Starting on the pup list. What does that mean?
That
But now, when you start on the pup list, is that 3 games at least? Or was it
I think it's a minimum of 6, I thought.
Nah, that's too much. Really? 6? I think it's 4.
6.
Maybe 4. I don't know. If it's 6, then that's a lot, man. He can forget about that contract.
Man, I asked a question. Go off the topic a little bit. Should we cut our losses with Chase and try to get us another offensive lineman and do a trade or something?
Don't do that.
Who wants to trade for?
Pittsburgh likes him. Baltimore said they liked him.
Listen, we got $10 million under the cap. We can go sign somebody as opposed to trade him. Let him play it out this year. You know,
but maybe the brother don't want to play for us, man. I mean, this ain't slavery. You don't have to play for us.
You sit on the bench. You signed the contract. It ain't about slavery. You signed the contract.
But my whole point is, though, let's get something for him. After this year, we ain't gonna get nothing for him.
I don't think he'll get nothing.
I personally don't feel like he want to play for us. That's what I feel.
Hey, the man can't be hurt.
Got a stinger. Neck stinger.
No,
come on. Well, that's why we
should not do what he's doing. I mean, if he was a stinger, he's been resting for 2 weeks. He has another 2 more weeks for the first game.
He goes
a month. On a stinger, man. Come on, man. He on the pup list already.
Okay, man. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
He's going to the doctor this week to get a second opinion or final.
You gotta say Chase Young is soft.
No, I'm not saying he's soft. I say he don't want to play for us. He doesn't want to play for us.
He don't like that William Pickford 5th-year contract.
I think that I personally feel that because I've heard rumors about him wanting to play for Pittsburgh. I heard rumors about him playing for Baltimore. They talk about these people are reaching out towards him and willing to go ahead and pay him starting this year.
We're reaching out for him, so you can understand.
He don't want to play for. If you want to play for somebody, it's like the dude for Indianapolis. But he doesn't want to play for them. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't want to play for them.
He's doing a Ben Simmons.
And just like when we had the offensive lineman that we messed him up. He didn't want to play for us no more. He just didn't want to play. He went to 49ers. He's back to being the beast.
Oh, sure.
No, not sure.
Both of them.
Well, maybe so. I don't know. I can't get into the brother's mind. But
I think the man is hurt.
What we know, what we know is he's on the pup list. So we have to see he's hurt. But I mean, that's not a surprise. That would be a surprise cut. I don't think we cut Chase Young.
Surprise, yes, if there's a word.
I think if it's gonna be a surprise, it's gonna be in our secondary. Nobody would be surprised to cut an offensive line because them dudes ain't that great.
Well, that's your boy Johnson. Then, well, that might not be a surprise. I'm cutting people who I think.
Person I don't want to get cut that probably will get cut is the water bug. The water bug probably will get cut.
Yeah, because he's not even in the kick return. They got Antonio Gibson before him, man. They got Pringle returning before him. So in the special teams category, which I thought would keep him on the team,
they never used him though. They never used him.
That's the thing. It's like, I don't see them even giving him a shot. So, and I always talk about that. If you don't get a man a shot, you don't know. He go right down the street to Philadelphia and be touchdown.
Hodges might get cut. The tight end. He looked kind of like he's not prepared for this kind of. He might have been the one going to Rivera saying, "Why he practicing so hard?" Because he was out there like.
How about a cost saving measure? Cutting somebody for a cost saving measure.
Who?
Pedarius.
He's not making no money.
And look, I don't know what they count against the cap. They got to look at it because sometimes we cut somebody counts against the cap. So, but I was looking for somebody like Kobe Brissett.
Nah, although he is going to have to fight for that second because Jake Fromm looked pretty good on the last drive.
Again, Kobe Brissett he's the highest paid backup.
Yeah, but we need that. We don't have you can't have
we need his experience. You can't pay for
you can't have him.
Again, Kobe Brissett's highest paid backup, making $10 million a year. That money can be used to get one of these offensive linemen. We got $10 million now. We're not using. That makes 20, and we sign Sweat. You might want to sign Sweat and get Sweat as 20.
Man, come on. I'm not here.
You know what?
Hey,
You know what? After what just happened, and what you just announced, what Al just said is not totally ridiculous. It's not totally ridiculous.
Listen,
I'm just saying a surprise.
If by
this is a
chance
surprise cut.
Howard gets hurt, means our season is over.
what about Kendall Fuller?
We have Sweat.
Kendall Fuller's another one, making what, $13 million.
Kendall Fuller has a bad knee. I don't know how much he'll be.
Nobody's going to want him. This is
No,
the road I
we're talking cut.
down.
We're not talking trade. We're talking cut.
We don't want to go down
surprise
this road,
cut.
man.
Yeah, because
Kendall,
if you
that's
cut
another
him,
one, like I said, a surprise cut. Logan Thomas.
nah,
That's
he's
not
still
surprising. You know what? We just named about 4 guys who we're willing to get or let go of, all injured, all suspect to any other squad. If you're going to surprise a cut, you got to go with somebody who, like you said, like Al said, like a Brissett. I'm trying to think, just throwing something out, not saying that we're going to do it, but
Ridgeway. Somebody pick up Ridgeway.
yeah, somebody who has potential, healthy, ready to go. That would
We have James Smith Williams, the defensive end.
He makes
Because
plays.
you got KJ Henry, you just drafted. You know, it might be just a numbers game and not a money game. You know what I mean? Might just had too many ends. But although now that Chase is going to be starting the year in the public squad, we got an extra spot. So maybe during the season, maybe a surprise cut. But Two Hill ain't popping out nowhere. You know,
Yeah.
but that wouldn't be a surprise.
Mayo still on the team.
Mayo
I don't
would
think
be
Mayo's a surprise. Is that a surprise?
Well, it is, because Mayo is one of those ones that's like, how is he still here? That's what the surprise would be with him.
You know who's still on the team?
Mayo seems to stay confident, and Apke.
Apke's still on the team.
Apke.
I haven't seen him at all this season.
You have to. You know what he's going to do. Why even play him? You know he's going to be a great special
Camp
team.
body. He might play this week. He's camp body. He play this week. Ain't nobody
I'm
picking
just thinking
him.
about who can help. When we cut him, will be a help to us to win these 10 games we need to win. You know what I'm saying? We cut him. It's a surprise cut is somebody that we just, like I said, we've been counting on to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? AG. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Gibson. He was complaining about the coach, offensive coordinator, being mean to him.
He was not.
He was.
He wasn't one of the dudes.
He was. He was.
I ain't never heard nobody. I don't hear this.
Al do deep dives though, Deacon. He do deep dives.
He actually did an interview with NBC. He was like, "Look, I like to be treated like a man." That's what he said. He said, "Man."
Okay. Well, that would be a surprise.
I'm a man.
AG.
You would have to trade. You couldn't cut him. You could trade him.
AG, running backs don't make.
not-
Running backs ain't viable. Running backs are not viable.
But he's a Swiss Army knife though. He's not just a running back. He's not just a one gap guy. So
I would say the Indianapolis running back Taylor is more than AG. You know what I'm saying?
we don't have him, Big Al. You talking?
No, I'm just saying because the value of running backs. The value of running backs.
I'll keep bringing up Taylor.
Al
Man.
said, cut them all. Just bring one back. And after that, we're gonna have a tight end play running back. But we Al like, forget it. We want Taylor.
Let's say this. Let's see this. We don't really have a game this week. It's going to be all second, third, fourth players playing.
We need depth. We gotta see who we go.
Yeah. I understand. What? So we play Arizona, and then we go out to Denver, right?
Then we got like Buffalo or somewhere, right?
Then we come back home, right?
That
So,
Buffalo.
yeah, this is listen. I'll
Our
stretch.
schedule's tough.
Our beginning stretch is kind of rough. We got to get those early wins.
Just gonna talk schedule again.
Not talking schedule. I'm just saying.
I'm talking losses that we ain't have yet, man.
I ain't even said we're gonna lose. I just said it's a tough stretch.
Okay, so what?
So I was going somewhere until you cut me off. No, I ain't going anywhere.
Let him go.
No.
Let him go.
No, technically I forgot where I was going.
Oh, geez. Hey,
he was in there like, so we gonna do this. I said, then he went schedule. I said, oh no, he got it. He done talked about schedule 14 times, fans. Why? We won't talk about it no more, I promise you. We about to let y'all go. Hey, I wish you have a great rest of your week.
It was an interesting take, man. It was interesting.
It was.
I cut me off.
Hey, Deacon, I hit the go-go, Deacon. The go-go's already on, man.
Hey, look, Deacon, I saw the smoke go. I said, oh, he said, and Josh Harris was drunk. He just started saying stuff. I'm like, oh, man. So good.
Hey, man, we played Cincinnati, man. The go-go's playing.
Hey, Cincinnati, watch out. We 2-0. The Commanders, folks.
Hey, man, pray for Terry, baby. Pray for Terry.
I think he'll be all right now. He's not laid up somewhere.
Ain't it crazy how you can go from being to everybody on your dick? They like the way the rickety raw rap solo. Next time you're on Facebook, check the photo. At the airport, didn't need a passport. South Beach, yeah, nigga, on a crash course. Just the fast life. I got my cash right. Sound with the rhyme like the mic be a flashlight. But I know that if I stay stunting, all these girls only gon' want one thing. I can spend my whole night big butt hunting. The only good gon' come is when I'm coming. She got an ass that'll swallow up a G-string. And up top, 2 B-stings. And I B-stings. When the D-string, familiar faces lock it down like a preseason. We give a damn about the drama that you do bring. We just tryna change the color on your ring. Familiar faces, you need to hear some new things. We keep it tight on the mic like a shoestring. What's that thing? Baby, these skills. Is that a mini what? Baby, these wheels. You tripping when you ain't sipping, have a refill. Feel like you running shit, huh? That's how we feel.
It's so dangerous out there.